welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first 2 games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these guys want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric. And this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And on the hill, Drew Rasmussen. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
This guy has a ton of respect from his own teammates, Boog. He's the type of guy, if he's not having a good day, he'll go out there and just wear it. No matter what happens, his starts tend to be less demanding on the bullpen.
And now here is Dominic Fletcher.
Right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
Righty delivers. On the ground, right side. The throw to first. And a quick out, number 1. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand. Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Luis Arias.
Man at first with 1 gone. Luis Arias stands in. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Moncada leads off first with 1 away. And that one lifted in the air center field. And it falls. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Save!
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I could see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Luis Robert. Ground ball could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. And that's 2. So it's no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left on base. Now it's the Rays' turn. No score. Back here at Tropicana Field, and towing the slab in this one, Corbin Burns.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Montgomery hauls it in, and there's 1 away. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
In the air right field, Fletcher settles under this one, puts it away for the out.
Batting third, the catcher.
2 outs, base is empty. Ryan Jeffers next to hit for the Rays. 2 outs. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 2nd. Here's Alex Verdugo.
Alex Verdugo.
The pitch. That one fouled off. 2-2. This one in the air right field. Low has it sized up. And there's one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. 1 out, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
Batting 7, the left fielder, number 25.
Man at first, and now it's Dalton Varsho. And here it comes. Towards first, and that one finds its way through. And the postseason success continues for him.
Batting 8, the shortstop.
And next to hit for the Sox, Colson Montgomery. Kicks and fires. And a base hit on a line. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
1 down. Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. The 1-1. On the ground, 2 ball. Loud. Tosses to first, but the runner scores from third. Thought they had a shot at him at the plate. Now a chance for Dominic Fletcher.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
On the ground, right side. Lau sends it to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the White Sox 1, the Rays nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Isaac Paredes now. At the belt and fires. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. He goes down looking. And now it's Brandon Lau. And the pitch. That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2. The White Sox up by a run here in Game 3 of the ALCS. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
2 down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Righty to the plate. Fights it off. He'll see another. The Rays trailing by a run here in Game 3. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for Tampa, and it remains 1-0. Back now in Tampa Bay. Here is Moncada. That one ripped. And that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He drove that ball very well out to the deep part of the field, and you may be surprised he didn't get a double out of it, but I'll tell you, they did a great job of getting that ball back into the infield right away, and it might have been the right call to hold him at first.
And here is Luis Arias. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Luis Robert now. And a pitch. Fought off foul. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Alex Verdugo steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
On the ground, right side. 1 and second. Back to first. Double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the White Sox 1, the Rays 0. Bottom of the inning, and now the DH, Junior Caminero.
The designated hitter, Junior Caminero.
In the air, center field. Robert moves under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 1 down.
Batting 8, the first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Xavier Isaac.
Well, Boog, we got Burns working on the mound in this one, and he's a guy that rose through the minors rather quickly. Drafted back in 2016, and he made his major league debut just 2 seasons later. That's a fast climb, and he's been able to conquer lots of challenges thrown his way.
And he deals. Up the middle. A rise. Throw to first is in time.
Batting 9, the center fielder.
And now it's Jose Siri. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Next offering in there for a strike. 2-2 now. Swings and misses, struck him out. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Andrew Vaughn. The 2-1. Swung on, belted. That's back. Out of here. His second homer this series, and they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. The pitch. And a foul ball.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Nobody on, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now at the plate, Colson Montgomery. It's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Francisco Mejia will hit next. And the right-hander deals. On the ground to second, might be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. No throw. That's an error, and everyone is safe.
That's 3 singles in a row. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
So up next, Dominic Fletcher. And the righty deals. Grounder might be 2. Flips for 1. To first, not in time. And a run scores.
Well, they had the chance of turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the balls. He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Two on, 1 out. So up next for Chicago, Yoan Moncada. 2 on, 1 out. Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's outside.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
That's a base hit as a run scores. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
The batter at the top, second baseman, Luis Arias.
Luis Arias steps to the plate for the White Sox. And a pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Low, hustling after it. Makes the grab on the run. Runner tags for home. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Here in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Now up for Tampa Bay, Josh Lowe. The pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and there's one away.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the left fielder, Randy.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. And a pitch. Check swing, no appeal, and that's ball 3. The Rays yet to pick up a hit here. And he walked him.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
One gone runner at first. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Here comes a pitch. Curveball over for a called strike.
Oh, you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Arozarena on his way to third. The throw in, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Back here at Tropicana Field, ready now for the 5th inning, and now it's Luis Robert. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one carrying. Didn't quite have enough.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Left-hand hitter waits. That one down the line. Can't field it cleanly. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag, and they get it out of the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Andrew Vaughn now. Out to short. That ends the frame. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Home half of the 5th coming up. White Sox 4, the Rays nothing. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Rays, Carson Williams. In the air, right side. On the move towards foul ground. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. one up, one down.
Now back, the designated hitter, Junior.
Now it's the DH, Junior Caminero. One down, base is empty. On the ground, Montgomery on the run, throw to first, and there are 2 outs. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. 2 outs, base is empty. And now Xavier Isaac. Kicks and deals. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Montgomery settles underneath it, drops into the glove, and that is that. Rays held in check here. They're down 4-0. Righty reliever out of the pen, Shane Baz.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho.
The left fielder, number 25, Dalton Varsho.
And a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a base hit to left. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Next to hit, Colson Montgomery. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Now back, catcher, Francisco Mejia.
Man at first. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Francisco Mejia. Varsho leads off first with 1 away. And a ball evens the count.
2-2 the count.
Gets to it with a slide to first, and they get the out.
The right fielder, number 7, Dominic Fletcher.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. Left-hand batter waits. That one ripped right center field. Way back there. See you later. He flexes his power with that swing, and they boost their lead. It's 6-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here is Yoan Moncada. And right back to the mound. So the White Sox with a 2-run homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out.
The right fielder, number 15.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Josh Lowe. Swing and a miss. And it's 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Chopped out in front of the plate. In time to Vaughn. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Now batting, left fielder, Randy.
2 outs, base is empty. Randy Arozarena next to hit for the Rays. The pitch. Out towards right center field. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the White Sox 6. The Rays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arias. Right-hander kicks, deals. Left field. Arozarena moving under it. 1 down.
The batter, the center fielder, Luis.
Stepping in, Luis Robert. The White Sox up big in this one here in the late stages of game 3. Right side. Low pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, designated hitter, Alex.
2 outs, base is empty. Alex Verdugo steps to the plate for the White Sox. 2 outs. There's a swing and a drive. And it's a 1-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Garrett Clevenger taking over on the mound.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Andrew Vaughn, the next to hit. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 8-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Base knock center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Next to hit, Colson Montgomery. In the air, out towards left center, and it falls. Throw in Holtz, the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Back-to-back singles. That ball right there landed in what they call a no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Falling behind 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Hit hard, base hit. Fires it to the plate. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. That's about as
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Tyler Alexander.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Dominic Fletcher. The pitch. And that one wrapped foul. First and second, 2 down. Here are the top half of inning number 7. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that is that. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the White Sox 9, the Rays nothing. Set for the last half of the 7th, and here is Ryan Jeffers. The pitch. That's in there, and that's strike 2. Goes down looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Third baseman, Paredes.
Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. And that's in for a strike. At the belt and fires. Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Got him. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Tampa, and they're down 9-0. Back now in Tampa Bay. Now the number 2 hitter, Yoan Moncada. The 1-2. Hard hit, but right at him in left.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a base hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Now here is Luis Robert. This one smoked out to left. 2 away down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Alex.
Man at first, and up next for Chicago, Alex Verdugo. And a pitch. In the air, right field. Low, ranging after it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So one left for the White Sox, but they're still in command. 9-0. Coleman gets the call from the pen.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And here it comes. Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle, so I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
That misses, and that's ball 2. The Rays with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Varsho ranging back and brings it in at the wall.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Xavier Isaac. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Right-handed reliever fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two outs, base is empty. Got it by him for the K. This one pretty well decided at this point. On to the 9th now in game 3. It's the White Sox 9, the Rays nothing. And next to hit for the Sox, Andrew Vaughn. And everyone is thinking the same thing right now.
Yeah, they're thinking, will he do it again? He's already homered twice, and most recently in the 7th. This guy's left a huge mark on this game.
As well as on the baseball. The pitch. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. A lot of hitters tell themselves line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
And the batter now, Dalton Varsho makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Colton Montgomery.
So man aboard. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Colson Montgomery. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Francisco Mejia digs in now. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Get out of town. He'll circle the bases, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 12-0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Colin Poche.
Colin Poche.
So the lineup flips over, and the batter now, Dominic Fletcher. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now
Yohan Moncada with a chance to hit. And he deals. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Man at first. So up next for Chicago, Luis Arias. Step off throw to first. Fletcher back easily. Already 3 runs across in the frame here at the top of the 9th. On a line out towards center. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field, we head to the bottom of the 9th. And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. Righty delivers. Popped up right side. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and it's caught for the out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Gonna count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
It's a good take.
And the pitch. Popped up. Vaughn under it. They got it for out number 2.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So they're down to their final out. Now up for Tampa Bay, Randy Arozarena. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox slug their way to a win in this one.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
12-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from Tampa Bay.